Do not attempt the techniques you're about to see without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer.
I try to be very gentle with him, to put leash on him, and I don't know, Fluffy don't really like anything around his neck. Right away he falling on his side and pretending like he's dead.
Anytime somebody comes over, she's just constantly barking at them and never shuts up.
Kuma is very territorial. You're probably trying to be calm and assertive, but sometimes it's really hard to do that when your dogs are going at it.
Come on. She just really likes to be around me, except when I try to make her swim. And I've tried just pulling her on the leash to get her to come in. I've tried picking her up. I have tried using treats. It doesn't work at all. I'd like to bring her in and not have her panic.
My job is to help people to understand what dogs really need. When a dog is balanced, you are going to enjoy a true friend. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
It's a city unlike any other in the world, where resorts, restaurants, and theatrical performances vie to be the most astonishing, the most eye-popping, and the most memorable. One company in particular stages several different spectaculars, all within 2 miles of each other. In the creation of these multi-million-dollar extravaganzas, the concept of a circus takes on a whole new level of meaning. There are no animals in these circuses, and yet the Dog Whisperer finds he can still be of service.
Tonight we have a very enchanting episode of Dog Whisperer. We are in Las Vegas, where everything and anything is possible. I am working with 3 performers that work for Cirque du Soleil. And we know in order for them to do what they do 3 magical things: exercise, discipline, then affection. And we'll find out if they practice this at home with their dogs. Enjoy the show.
Twice a day, 5 times a week, Adir Ayanov gets ready for work at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Performing in Cirque du Soleil's water show called O, Adir's part of the dreamscape of performers, musicians, and acrobats who mesmerize the senses with graceful movements, wondrous sights, and enthralling sounds.
I perform in Cirque du Soleil. It's taking a lot of concentration and discipline.
In every show, Adir performs multiple roles, including a daring acrobatic routine on a flying ship. When the performance ends, Adir leaves the rigors of O behind and heads to the Las Vegas home he shares with his wife Anastasia and their Maltese Fluffy.
He does sometimes funny things, which makes me laugh and making my day better in some point. But sometimes we have an arguments because of his behavior. But he stop showing teeth.
He just started to bite me right away.
But he stop, baby, stop. He chewing my wife's shoes. He chewing blankets. He chewed my furniture one day. And I bought some toys for him just to chew the toys, but he's not chewing them, he's peeing on them. He marked all the places in the house. And when Fluffy poops, outside or inside, he just running in a circle. And after that, sometimes accidentally he just stepping on his poops and is making a lot of mess.
Taking Fluffy out for a walk might help this problem, except that Fluffy simply doesn't want to leave the house and absolutely refuses to go on a walk.
Right away, he starts to do some kind of acrobatic tricks, and he falling on his side and pretending like he's dead. Come on. I pick him up a few times to take him outside to see if he reacts differently, and it was even worse. Come on, baby. Hey. Come on, baby.
He can't stand all day like that, you know? And this is the problem. I have to work with him, we have to speak with him, but he doesn't listen.
I know him better because I know him since he's a puppy, but we have the same opinion about his behavior, and sometimes it's just too much.
The day Caesar comes to visit, Adir is excited because his beloved Russian soccer team has a televised match with Spain. Caesar hopes the soccer goals won't distract from the canine goals he has in mind for Fluffy.
This day, I get to work with a Russian guy. Obviously, his mind is watching soccer, his heart is with Fluffy.
He does a lot of bad stuff.
Okay, what's the worst?
The worst one is he's peeing, marking, and pooping in the house, in the property, anywhere where he decides he want to. And second thing, I cannot take him outside for walk like a regular dog because he's not accepting any kind of leash on himself, and he is playing dead, kind of, you know. All on side and pretending he doesn't want to do anything. So this is number 2, and lately he started to bark and try to bite and show his teeth. And he's the cutest dog, and sometimes I cannot really punish him. Or...
Why not? Well, not punishment, but discipline.
I mean, discipline, because he's like the owner of the house.
Well, that's why he's peeing. The pee will stop when he stops being dominant. But it's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is you, dog owner, not being able to walk your dog.
Yeah, it's
because that gives you access to exercise him and then lead him in the walk. So dogs in nature walk, right?
Okay.
And while they walk, they follow pack leader. And while they follow pack leader, they pee somewhere else, which is much more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's very uncomfortable for a dog to urinate and live in his house smelling his own urine. That adds to the frustration. So the pee of other dogs will stimulate the brain and he will pee somewhere else. So we're gonna start in a very basic, which is helping him to enjoy the leash. You know, it's like taming the animal. And this is how we make dogs follow. You know?
Okay.
See, that's a dominant behavior there. You know, that's a very typical thing. A lot of people see this behavior as a funny thing. But if this guy wasn't your dog, you wouldn't be laughing. You know, so by laughing, you're actually saying good boy.
Yeah.
And then eventually I give them my point of view and ask them, so when are you gonna get serious about this? I mean, you already called me, I'm right here, so let's get to work.
After a short break for lunch and a quick look at the game, Caesar is ready to rehab with the assist of 3-pack members.
I wanted to see what was the reaction, because Adir said, well, my dog doesn't have any friends, and he felt bad about that, you know.
Look at this, huh?
Where's your dog?
Fluffy?
Oh,
He's
okay,
right here.
Good. All right. He doesn't know they're here yet.
He doesn't know?
No. So I don't want to surprise him. I want him to pick up.
To see.
Yeah, and then the eyes, you know. So I'm taking my time right now.
He's busy right now.
He's busy right now, but that just let us know, you know, how he's not in tune, you know, as a normal dog is. They pick up right away. There's another dog in the house. But he has not smelled us. But at that time, I know that Fluffy wasn't aggressive. It wasn't too fearful. You know, he was just a little bit off.
Fluffy, we have a guest in the house, huh?
Fluffy. Papa.
It's pretty thirsty. Was he out last night in Vegas or something? that was amazing to watch. You know, it's almost like he went from a dog to a camel. You know. Fluffy was drinking water for 7 minutes. That's unusual. We've never seen that in our whole 5 seasons. No wonder he pees so much. Yeah. To the point that I have to remove the water so he can, you know, be with the rest of the pack.
Come on.
Then I realized that this dog is avoiding us and using the water to do it.
It's okay, Fluffy.
He's freezing.
Just he can stay like this forever.
Well, yeah. But see, what is not good is when you tell him it's okay.
Okay.
You know, because like I say, he's a dog, so they don't rationalize. Okay. So you're just pretty much saying it's okay for being this way. You follow what I mean?
Yes.
So it's best, you know, if you want to see it from a father point of view, just let him deal with it, because you know nobody's harming him.
Yeah.
The truth is nobody is attacking him, nobody's harming him.
Yes.
It's all him. But if you say it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, and then
That's
you're
why it's
nurturing
okay
the
like
behavior.
that.
Yes. So it's best, because nobody's hurting him, just to stay calm.
Don't tell nothing.
And let him deal with it.
Okay.
Because that helps him, you know, to learn.
Yeah.
You know? So if you want to do something about it, it's best to give a massage. See that? That encourages you.
Okay.
The other one is, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So that it just contradicts what you want him to feel.
Okay.
You know? It's pretty unusual, the behavior.
Caesar takes Fluffy away from the comfort of his daily surroundings and into foreign territory.
Obviously, Fluffy had many repetitions of negativity with the leash in the house. So I said, well, let's start somewhere else where you never had a bad experience. So we took him around the corner. Believe it or not, this dog never went around the corner. All right, so I invite with the food. This one was almost like those goats that play dead. You know what I mean? When they throw themselves, something happens, they get stiff. It was funny, but I didn't laugh. We're not gonna give up on him this time. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just helping the brain to feel that this pull means walk. The brain has learned that the pull means go on the floor and spin like an alligator. So that's why I'm holding under and pull a little bit at a time. Almost like teaching a dog how to feel comfortable in the water. And so I lift them up and, you know, and say, okay, we gotta move the mechanics. We gotta help this dog to move. So in a way, I divide the body and ask to use his front 2 legs, because he has no choice, you have to use it. And then this image of circus dog came out into my mind, and then I asked him to use his back legs. He have to ground himself. And I keep moving and moving, and at one point, he just moved. There we go. If you want to do 2 feet, I'm fine with it. There you go. Very good. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Here you go. Good boy. That's a good boy. I like that. Yes. Yeah. I take it.
He's walking on us.
He's walking, yeah.
Yeah. I found this spot, didn't I? So he became very frisky, you know, because he felt so good that this energy moved away from him. Yeah! Hey, I know Russia's losing 3-0 right now, but this is much better.
When I saw him walking, it was shock for me. I mean, now I know he can.
What you can do is you can learn to give massage. It's much softer now. Earlier it was like this. It was hard. And so it makes sense to me that if you touch that side of him, that he would do that. It wasn't so much that he was being dominant as that he was actually telling you, it hurts right there. Like walking gives you that relaxation moment. the plants, the grass, the smells, other people, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it would be great that you become disciplined about. There you go. So, there you go. See it?
I cannot believe he's walking, eh?
Look, there you go. There you go. Good boy. You know, I was totally celebrating even though Russia was losing 2-0. So I was trying to help him by seeing Fluffy moving forward and peeing as a score. This is why walk is so important. You know, every time the Fluffy pee, which pee a lot, I say, goal. This is the 40 gallons that he drank earlier. I mean, I'm a soccer fan, and so I hope that I brought a joy. Woo! That's 3. That's 3. That's 3-0. He actually peed 4 times, and that was pretty much the score between Spain and Russia.
Nice,
4-0.
Good boy, Fluffy.
That's right. So, dear, hopefully you enjoy today, and that's for you and Mother Russia. There you go, and then just go with the flow.
I thought it's not going to happen, and if it even will happen, then it will take like longer time than I expected. So I was pretty surprised, and I think I was kind of proud of my dog.
And so your job is not to give up.
Okay.
Your job is not to get tense, is not to feel sorry. It's just to stay relaxed until you help your pack member. That to me is love. I asked, so what's the rules in the house? We don't have one. Oh, good. So have a piece of paper and start creating rules. Because what he does for a living, they have to have rules, boundaries, and limitations, otherwise somebody can get hurt. And if they keep it, everybody stay together, it's synchronicity, it's harmony, it's perfection.
At the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, a story of good and evil unfolds twice nightly. It's the Cirque du Soleil epic saga entitled Ka. Jason Zuloff and Sherry Tabushi Pham Haight played 2 of the principal characters in this epic tale of destiny.
I played the twin brother character, who's basically the prince of the imperial family. And Jason, we met in the show, plays a valet character, so he's my servant.
I started when I was 16 years old. I was an acrobat before, and then I wanted to be more settled, so I got a spot in Ka, did the training in Montreal, and then we came to Vegas. I got a little more permanent, so I'm like, oh, I can have like puppies now.
During the show, Jason battles several sea creatures. And when he gets home, he goes into battle again, this time with his dogs.
No. 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 Hey, stay there. No. Anytime somebody comes over, she's just constantly barking at them and never shuts up.
Kuma is very territorial and very possessive, even with people she likes or with Jason or with me. She'll jump on you constantly, and because her nails are kind of sharp, you can't wear a skirt because she'll totally rip up your legs.
I say no constantly. I kind of lose my temper sometimes, get really mad, like, no! But that doesn't seem to work at all. She just run to her cage and continue barking, barking, barking.
Jason decided to get a companion for Kuma, a Welsh corgi named Chewy, hoping things might calm down. Instead, even more drama enveloped the household.
She's actually, if anything, worse now that there's another dog around. Chewy's barking at Kuma while Kuma's barking at strangers, and I don't really want Chewy picking up on that either.
When Sherry brings her own dog Pachaco for a visit, life becomes a 3-dog nightmare.
When Kuma and Pachaco are around each other, they can really go at it. Kuma will snap at her and then start snarling. And even though she knows Pachaco very well, every time she sees her, she just goes after her, chases her around the house, smells her constantly, and would like push her physically down on the floor, bullying over her. In the show, they utilize a lot of martial arts, and you learn a lot of discipline and confidence. So it's kind of complicated because I can't exactly take what I know from the show and apply it to her. You'll probably try to be calm and assertive, but sometimes it's pretty hard to do that when your dogs are going at it. It would be good for Jason to practice that too. He tries, but it's tough.
Normally, Caesar first consults with the owners. Today, it's the dogs that offer some valuable insight from the second the front door opens.
Today, I couldn't use my normal, how can I help you? Because it was very obvious how can I help them. Can you ever stop her?
After a while, she'll stop. I tell her no, but she doesn't listen to me. No. Shh. No. No. And if she's leashed, she actually stops.
You know, this is why I like to come to people's home and evaluate how they behave, how they react, and who they are. And more importantly, what is it that their dogs tell me that they are? Because that's really, you know, the one who tell you right away. If you get nervous in a situation, you know, that you're not supposed to, this is the vibe that you're going to provide. After a little while, she calms down. So it's you really never control the behavior. Mm-hmm. She just chose when to calm down.
Yeah.
And that's what they pick up. They pick up, well, he doesn't know and he's worried about it. But she's a fearful, dominant one.
Yeah.
Because you have to protect somebody who feels he doesn't know how to do it and worries about it.
Yeah.
So this is who you are in her world. All right, so how often do you take your dog for a walk?
Not nearly enough.
All right. So how are we going to do that? How do you want to accomplish?
I'm going to have to start taking her more.
Now, right now, why do you went into that state right now?
What? Oh, because you're dominant over me.
All right, let me sit down with you over there. No. That's your unconscious self. That's the key, is the awareness. What energy am I right now? Mm-hmm. That's the question that I would like for you to start asking yourself as soon as you punch out from work.
Mm-hmm. No.
You even create the environment or become part of the environment. Obviously, Jason became part of the environment, you know, even though he owned the environment. So I needed to help him to understand that calm energy or silent energy is a very powerful tool. Wait, let me help you. That's all right. There you go. Kuma was hiding on her crate. You know, this is when the crate becomes a negative, because you don't want the crate to be a place where you hide or you nurture fear. So she's not surrendering yet, so we have to wait until she totally surrenders. If you discipline a dog and the dog doesn't surrender in that moment, in that place that you did it, the problem doesn't go away. It only intensifies, because pack leaders do not allow followers to walk away. Kuma is on an edge, which I feel for her, because it's a very horrible state to live in, and that's from the lack of exercise, and that's from the lack of discipline. See how the years are going back? Mm-hmm. The more I get into her intimate space, the more I am taking over, and I can provide my energy. Mm-hmm. Pass me the leash. And some dogs, the leash makes them very aggressive, and some dogs, the leash calms them down. And so it was obvious right now when we put the leash, she calmed down. So the leash is actually a good thing for her, you know. And if you watch the... She doesn't get the message. Chewy was showing determination of, I want that leash, because every time I touch that leash, people give me attention. So I have to use the strategy that Chewy was using on me to let her know, okay, from this point on, you can't touch the leash until I give you the leash, of course. Now, you can also use a cookie to redirect, but because she's using so much intensity using a cookie right now, you're not removing this behavior away from her. So this is a time, even though she's a puppy, where you have to actually block her from doing this behavior, because the intensity is too much. See it? See?
How much I've already made mistakes with her.
Yeah, but the good thing is I mean, this is something that you can totally rehabilitate in a week, but you just have to make the time. And now, once you start walking with them, they don't last this long because they have used their energy and the walking part of it. I wanted them to see what patient is all about because, again, in an environment like Las Vegas, which the heat is so unbearable sometimes, you can do a lot of activities inside home. Just understand that it's going to take more patience and more time because you're going to deal with the body energy. There you go again, another burst of energy. See the brain right there?
Yeah, relax.
Yeah. Let me have a toy. There you go. So that's the redirection, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what she's looking for is the challenge. Now you can use this. Not that one. A little bit more patient, that's better. See this state of mind that I gave to?
Yeah.
You clearly see a predator. You see that. So if I give it to her and then she'd learn to use that much power to get the toy from me. But what I'm saying is, just go to a much nicer state of mind and I give you the toy.
I think it's just I can't let her slide. Either it's Pachaco, Kumo, or Chewy. That just because I'm feeling a little bit, tired or anything, I have to be very consistent to correct the behavior immediately.
Caesar decides it's time to teach Jason how to take command of the door.
Now watch this, watch this. Stay right there. Stay right there, don't move. Don't move.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
You're more relaxed.
Yeah. So even though you are doing this whole thing, from the moment you came from there, from the moment you say no. Don't use the sound yet. You know what I mean? Don't use the sound. Just use silence to control animal. And then when you came here, you went into this position. This position. See the difference? And then you went into, so that's when you went into this thing, you became tense. So and then they just go around you.
So I shouldn't slouch normal.
No, don't slouch. Just, you know. I mean, we're short people. We have to look tall. Like Napoleon, you know what I mean? Tall, you know, shoulders up, head up, and calm. That's really our conversation. This won't give you access. You saw what they did. They went around you.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Think calmness, silence, power. You can just feed that, you know, say those things, and that's what it comes out. Much better. That's right. Enjoy that. That's right. Just head up, head up. That's right. Do you feel different? Do you feel a difference? Yeah. Ask her to sit down.
Sit.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. You're right there. Head up. Breathe. And just come this way. They were in sync. Notice? Yeah. He moved, they follow.
Next, Sherry brings Pachaco back into the mix.
Nice. Come in, there you go, come in. There.
Chewy.
Very good. Yeah. Wait. Step right there, yeah. Not just relax now. See how much space you created now?
Yeah.
That automatically shows them that you humans own that much space. But more organic, more natural, more relaxed. That has more effect than this, because this shares a little tension.
Yeah.
Because your body language is your state of mind. So is it in you to be a pack leader?
Yeah.
It was very important for me to tell them that you know that you're different right now, And so he acknowledged that, which is very important to acknowledge. When you're doing something that you normally don't do, you know what I mean? And you didn't think you had it, but somehow you brought it out. What about you? What do you got out of this?
Well, it gives me a much better understanding that I need to think how they think and speak their language instead of, because they're not human. Right. They don't speak the same language, so we have to be able to communicate with them clearly and in a more simple manner.
That's right.
All I know I have to myself get out and do the exercising every single day.
Everything has to be equal. It can't be too much affection, not enough discipline. Everything has to have a balance for the dogs to live a balanced life. And you live a balanced life.
And you don't have a headache from constant barking over and over and over again.
Wow, she's not moving at all. She's like, the door's open and it doesn't matter. Wow.
The Cirque du Soleil show Mystère delights and astounds audiences 10 times weekly from its home base at the Treasure Island Hotel in Las Vegas. 10-year Cirque du Soleil veteran Paul Cameron executes athletic feats of skill at every Mystère performance.
I did trampoline as a sport when I was a kid, and when I retired from the sport, I moved on into the Cirque du Soleil world. My main focus is trampoline and teeterboard. After 12 years, I still practice every day, so hopefully I can bring that discipline to Molly.
Molly, a 2.5-year-old Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, happily shares Paul's home with a Great Dane named Kayla.
When I decided I wanted to get a dog, I just started doing research, and I came up with the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, partly because they're a swimming dog, and it's really hot here in Vegas, so I thought it'd be good to have a dog that could exercise in the pool. And then when I'm at work at night, she would just sleep.
After Paul brought the 8-week-old puppy home, Molly accidentally fell in the pool on 3 different occasions.
She fell in, and I kind of panicked a little bit. Not that I panicked, but I was all like, pulled her out really fast and got a towel and turned up the heat in the house and was all worried about her.
Since then, Molly refuses to set paw in the pool.
Come on. She just really likes to be around me, except when I try to make her swim. Molly? Come on. I've tried just pulling her on the leash to get her to come in. I've tried picking her up. I have tried using treats. Come here. It doesn't work at all. She won't even, I can almost put the treat in her mouth and she won't take it. Come on, girl. Well, I hope Caesar will be able to make her comfortable with the pool to a point where at least I can take her in and she'll want to stay. I don't know if she'll be able to just go running and jumping in the pool, but I'd like to bring her in and not have her panic.
It's about 100 degrees when Caesar arrives at Paul's house. A perfect day for a dip in the pool, if Caesar can convince Molly to finally take the plunge.
I was hoping that you could teach me to teach my dog to swim. Mm-hmm. Molly is a Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, which is known for their love of the water, right. And she is terrified to swim. And I work at night, so the only exercise she can get is during the daytime. Mm-hmm. And during the daytime, it's too hot to go swimming. So I mean, too hot not to go swimming.
Normally, I'm suggesting people, would you let your dog go in the pool? And you want your dog to go in the pool.
Oh yeah, I'd love for her to swim.
Deal.
Yeah.
When did you saw that she was unsure about the water?
Well, the first day I had her, she fell in the pool, and it was in December, and it was really cold, and which probably wasn't too cold for her, but at the time I thought, oh my God, my dog's gonna freeze. And I, bundled her up and turned up the heat in the house, and oh, my poor puppy, Then I decided I wasn't gonna try to make her swim anymore. Okay. But then when I thought I might have an opportunity to get you to help me, I thought maybe we can try again.
Most important is that this fear was not so much created by the water, but intensified by the way human reacted to it.
Right.
Because when a dog is being helped to come out of the pool, and then you let him deal with it, and then eventually, you can say, I'm sorry, whatever. Or, this way, they use their survival mechanism. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they never use it. The human pretty much did everything for it.
Yeah,
and
I
they
grabbed
didn't
the scruff of her neck and pulled her out.
And then, you know, the whole energy that you were sharing at that time and how you reacted to the situation, it intensified that memory. All right, so let's start with the pool then.
Caesar brings Jack Russell Terrier Jack and Pit Bull Jr., both water-loving dogs, to assist him.
So I've created almost like a party for Molly, you know, it's just like a pool party for Molly. So we can give a different vibe into the situation, recreate, you know, start from scratch, nothing ever happened. So what I'm doing is I'm using food so I can motivate her to come into the water. Not very terrified of it, she's just very cautious about it, which is really good. Any dog wants the same as other dog wants, you know, because a lot of the guys and girls were very close to the edge of the pool and nobody was petrified of it or tense or fearful about it, which that gives her access to observe and learn another way of feeling. This takes a little while, my girl. Right here, there you go. Present the leash. She didn't even know I put the leash on her. It's really important. I'm gonna present it into the water. I'm gonna grab here, just a little bit. A little bit of panic there. A little bit of panic there. There we go. Relax. So she's not super afraid right now. She's just not comfortable with, you know. So my approach have to be extremely sensitive. I have to match, you know, where she is, and at the same time, I have to encourage her to move forward. Not yet. Not until she relaxes, we go in the water. I started going inside the pool just to bring the mechanics back into the swimming. We're not gonna let her go yet. I always present the, see, you gotta see the front feet go in a swimming mode before I actually let her go. So I'm gonna present the back feet first. This is, look, see, that's what they do when they shut down. They pull their feet up. Relax, there you go. Very good. See the feet? There you go. It was all about relaxation. It was not about swimming. We know that she can swim. It's just she didn't know how to relax. Nice, very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we go back and seat a little bit. What I'm conveying right now is water is to relax with. It's not for swimming yet. It's just to relax.
I was inside, you know, hiding behind the sliding door. It was great to watch because I saw that transformation from the scared dog to the more confident dog.
Caesar also guides Molly through a number of repetitions, not only of swimming, but also learning where the steps are so that she can get out on her own.
This is a very important step, that before I get her out, that she's facing the water, she's not trying to run away. All those are small details that are very crucial to her rehabilitation.
Along the way, he uses the floating bowls of food to keep her focused and motivated.
Because I knew that Molly was food-oriented and that was her passion, I wanted her to know that if she looks at the pool and she relaxes in the pool, she gets food. Smell the food, follow the food. You know, that's the best thing we can do for our dogs, which is invite the nose into everything. No, she doesn't want to come out of the water. That's when you saw Molly coming out of the pool, tail is up, shaking herself. Junior senses that she's so proud of herself, so he's intensifying the feeling. It's good. Because right after something that she's so afraid, for her to feel so courageous about it is very important for her self-esteem. You see, the vibe is in the air, look, see?
Next, Caesar focuses on Molly's greatest fear, entering the water.
There you go, that's it. Dogs tell you always what's the worst part of the situation. Is it the water? Is it when they're swimming? Is it when they're stepping on the stairs? Or in this case, it was the edge of the pool. There you go, third time. Fourth time. And so that was her bad memory. That's when I saw a Molly that just wanna put her nails in the concrete and hold herself down. Beautiful, come on. Let's go, gorgeous, let's go. Vámonos, very good. Beautiful.
Well, I have to say I had a feeling he would be able to do it, but it seemed like really amazingly quick how he did it.
I always say, you know, I start the rehabilitation and the owners have to end the rehabilitation, otherwise they're not part of it. And so I take a dog to a certain level, let's say from 0 to 9 in this case, and then Paul comes and closes, which is from 9 to 10.
Come on, girl.
Very good, good, keep going. Go with the flow. Keep going with the flow.
Good girl.
Keep going with the flow. Very good, very good.
Good girl.
Very good, that's a good step. So you stay right there, you take that.
Yeah.
Nice. And relax right there. That second.
Yeah.
Extremely crucial.
I gotta be quick.
Yeah. When he came and joined us in activity, that's when Molly went at her worst. Because this is something that they have experienced together, so Molly was just going to do that, show a panic behavior.
Come on, girl.
He was using a little bit too much physical power, you know, for a dog that was so sensitive. And so he realized that. Nice. Walk with her. You're so tall that you can just walk with her.
Good, Mom.
Now he can see that how can he make it happen, and then learn to be with nature. So you're in a way you're dancing with your dog.
You're not scared. The other thing I learned, I think, that's really important is to not let her out of the situation until she calms down in the situation. I think is kind of what he was trying to tell me. Yeah, well, you talked about the confidence. You know, like if I have a fall on a trampoline doing a certain trick.
Yeah.
I know people who have gotten in, head problems where they couldn't do a certain trick for years. When I make a mistake like that, I make sure within 30 seconds I get up and try that same trick again.
That's exactly the thing.
Yeah.
So if you were to practice that when you fall in the pool, pow, it would never get to this degree. It was a very successful day, so it's a done deal, really. It's just about Paul just going and practice the same thing. He can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as long as he wants. He can have Molly sitting down on the stairs. She doesn't have to swim the whole time. It's all about her gaining the trust, being near the edge of the pool. And eventually they can take it to the next level, which is diving, swimming, and finding things in the water. It's endless. Molly and Caesar Milan presenting fear, no fear towards the water.
I think what I'm going to have to do to make this happen is take her in every day, which is going to be really easy because I go in every day. That's a good girl, Mom. All right. Come on. Let's swim. Wow. It was really exciting for me because I've always wanted her to swim. And now it's coming true. Good girl, Molly.
Sometimes it may seem that life with your dog is like a 3-ring circus, but that doesn't mean it's entertaining or fun.
Let's go.
I am happy to tell you that Fluffy is now getting good reviews, especially when it comes to walking.
Big thanks, Caesar, for coming home to my place, and since that time Fluffy improved a lot. He's walking with me on the leash twice a day without any problem, and we're pretty happy about that.
Kuma isn't quite performance ready just yet.
Hi, Caesar.
Hi, Caesar.
Kuma has made a lot of progress, though she's not completely rehabilitated yet.
She's dealing with outside sounds better and people knocking at the door and ringing on the doorbell, though she still reacts a bit. She's doing a lot better in that area.
I think we're heading down the right track.
I am happy to tell you that Molly is doing so well in the pool that she should audition for the Cirque du Soleil Water Show. Oh.
Go get it. I'm happy to report that Molly and I have been swimming every day, rain or shine, since you were here, and she loves swimming, and we're pretty happy about that. Go on, Molly. Go on. Good girl.
If you want trust and respect from your dog, you can't act like a clown. Remember that every circus is led by a calm, assertive ringmaster.